Other academic friends who are from different parts of India, friends from press and media, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It's a proud privilege to be here amongst this august gathering on a wonderful occasion, and I compliment the organizers, Professor Y.G. Tharakan, that he has organized a wonderful conference on our apt-fit theme, Emerging Trends and Innovations in Hospitality and Tourism Industry. Friends, believe me, none other than Professor Tharakan could have done it at such a wonderful place with such a learned audience and resource persons. As the sub-themes of the conference covers majority of the topics, including food safety, legal aspects, information technology, culinary trends, gastronomy, use of science and technology, gastronomy, sciences, and innovation. I was entrusted with the responsibility to choose a subtopic of my choice and be as a speaker on the same. Perhaps I chose up for innovation, and which fits into all these areas of interest. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about innovation, it's a very popular and highly relevant topic. And the topic is most of the times associated with scientific and technological products than innovations in service industries. Particularly when I talk about our motherland, India, our innovations are more into food service manufacturing rather than food service industry. If you'll search up on Google Scholar or other search engines which yield to scholarly productions, you'll find out that when you search for hospitality, tourism, food, culinary, innovations and research, it would be more on food science, nutrition, microbiology, food processing. You'll find a very limited or a little text in documented form, particularly on research, in terms of culinary, hospitality, or food service research and innovations. Whereas, given the fact that from an academic and managerial perspective, innovation can be seen as a complex subject that can be an outcome of well-managed organizational development process in which research and development is combined with an amalgamation of entrepreneurship, quality, leadership, employee management, and critical market conditions. Although many hotels or any kind of business unit, they organize research and innovations. Probably had they not done so, they would have not been successful in their respective markets. But the point for which we are here is that what we as academic contributors do. The scenario of subcontinent India, our motherland, is comparatively different than that from other nations in the West, particularly Europe and US. While going through research publications of culinary, hospitality, gastronomy research, I could trace out that there are quite numerous publications from our academic friends from West, and that have a severe impact on the citizens or the end users. Say, for example, if you access France, you'll find that there's a Michelin Chef's Guide, where the chefs are being rated, and the restaurants are being rated, and the consumers, they seriously view that how much Michelin rating the outlet is having. But in case of India, probably a restaurant is valued from a different perspective. It is not that we do not have these good things with us. The challenge probably is different. Maybe that we have our ethnicity, we have diversity in our cuisines, and probably we have a lot to offer to the world, but it doesn't exist in a documented form. Whereas, if you search about gastronomy of France, if you go to Australia, if you go to universities in US, there is a lot of published text available in terms of culinary research and publication. With this background, probably one of the reasons could be that in India, that was more of a skilled area, when in early 60s, hospitality courses were introduced at an undergraduate level. And that stepped into the university level at an undergraduate level at a very late stage, probably in 96 at Rohilkhand University and subsequently in the state and central universities. Rather, in central universities in India, this subject has been introduced last year only, 2015. So you could say that probably it's in a naive form. Now comes the issue is how to deal with it. There are three ways in innovation for hospitality and tourism. One, what exactly the industry is practicing it. They are innovating, excelling, and doing wonderful businesses. And when we talk about hospitality and culinary research, innovations, probably the model that's usually accepted in our industry worldwide, is creating culinary innovations, formulation of ideas, implementation, evaluation and control, testing the product, and innovating introduction, so introducing it to the market. In West, it is being followed that academic practitioners do so. That's being sent to the industry, and they accept it. And when you search for culinary publications, you'll find a lot of culinary publications. One of the journals is British Food Journal, another is Journal of Culinary Science and Technology, a lot of other respected journals in culinary. Now, when we talk it from the academia perspective, we go with idea generation, screening, and then probably some academicians like me and Tarakan Saab going with some trial and error method, identifying, doing. Then going for concept development, testing, and publication. Now this part is missing in our subcontinent. If you'll try finding out number of hospitality and tourism journals published from India, the number rests around 30. That includes 5-6 new journals that have been introduced in late 15 and early 16s. So here comes a challenge that probably industry and academia, they could possibly collaborate on this culinary research perspective, go ahead with publications, because actually what we are trying to do, we are not here to debate or talk about that what India has to offer to the world. India has a lot to offer to the world. I belong to the state of Haryana, Gurugram, the district where we are sitting now. There are some sumptuous dishes in Haryanvi cuisine, but it's not documented. It doesn't exist. So unless it's not documented, it's not accessible, and it cannot be marketed. So the first step lies in documenting it. So we as academicians can do it. Now, in last 2 minutes, I'd like to sum up how to do. The idea is possibly collaborations. What is being done today? An academic collaboration with La Cordon Bleu, with G.D. Goenka. They have collaborated, trying to test some new theories, concepts of West, amalgamating with Indian hospitality. Collaborations with association, inter and interdisciplinary collaborations, engineering and technology collaborating with hospitality, coming up with new ideas or products, sociology collaborating with hospitality, and much more. Then promoting research and development, which is of course there, but not in the streamlined way. And particularly in context of food of India, the culinary context, one of the solutions could possibly be that while going through these journals, I found Culinary Journal of Science and Technology, British Food Journal. Why we should not have a trying testing model of Indian culinary research? We have academic director from La Cordon Bleu, our authorities from G.D. Goenka, me as ambassador of Central University of Haryana. We could possibly think about the way Tarakan Saab has come up with an academic publication, that in 2017, we could probably by the time have some roundtable discussions, organize some workshops on Indian food, and document the Indian culinary research journey in a culinary journal. Probably, yes, in the capacity of managing editor of International Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Systems, which is one of the respected journals, we can begin up with a special theme journal on Indian food. And if that goes well, then in 2018, we could target that we can possibly collaborate with Emerald in their Journal of Worldwide Hospitality and Tourism Themes, and we can come up with a special thematic edition that takes us to an international level with Emerald on making sense of Indian food the culinary research way. So they can be the possible ways, and probably we can excel. Wish to speak a lot, but then I respect the time frame and would like to also have opinion of my other colleagues who are there to share their views on this. With this, I say that that's a fantastic program, and I wish this conference a great success. We'll have a lot of listening of thoughts and new ideas in the forthcoming session. With this, I sum up here, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good day.